welcome back. It's been a hot minute since I've done a YouTube video, but why not? So today's video is just super basic, everyday makeup that's super easy. You can do it in 15 minutes. And I filmed this video in real time, so you can see it does only take 15 minutes. And I'm, using least amount of products, least amount of tools. So it's really, I feel like it's beginner friendly. And so I actually made this video for my PT, Romy, because she's not a massive makeup person and she just wanted to know how to do some basic makeup. So shout out to Romy. And yeah, so if you want to see how I created this look, please keep watching, hit like, subscribe, all that business if you want to see more. Thank you so much. Okay, so jumping straight on in. First thing I'm going to do before I put on any makeup is hydrate my skin. So you want to prep your skin before you do anything. So I'm using the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. But just use anything that's going to make your skin feel nice and hydrated. And so I'm just dotting that all over my face and then rubbing that in. Making sure you rub down the neck. Make sure you get that all nice and massage that into your skin so that it's all nice and rubbed in. So now that that's rubbed in, we're going to let that soak in our skin for a bit. So I'm going to start with my eyebrows. So I'm just using an eyebrow pencil. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil, brow wiz pencil in medium brown. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush through my eyebrows just to give them a bit of a comb through to make sure they're in the right shape or, state that I want them in. And then just with the pencil, I'm going to just start lightly outlining my eyebrows on the top and on the bottom. Just to get that shape I want, just light little flicks. You don't have to full on aggressively draw, and then I'm just flicking color in just like that. And you always want the tail of your eyebrow to be a bit darker than the front, because that's what gives it that kind of ombre-ish effect. And then for the front of my eyebrow, I just flick upwards, just really, really lightly. Making sure everywhere is filled in. And there's an eyebrow. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. The exact same thing. Mapping out the shape. And then filling it in. Make sure you're not holding your pencil right at the tip, because that's going to add a lot more pressure than holding it back a bit further, because the closer to the, even same with brushes, the closer to the end of your bristle, closer to the bristles that you hold, the more pressure is going to go on with the product. And there's some eyebrows. So we've let the moisturizer seep in for a bit. Usually, if you're going to be outdoors as well, you want to put on sunscreen on top of your moisturizer. I'm not going to do that today because I'm not leaving my house, to be honest. I'm not going anywhere. So then we're going to move on to primer. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So I'm just putting 2 pumps on my hand, in my fingers, and then just patting that onto my skin. I like this primer just because it's a bit more of a tacky primer, so it sticks a bit better. So I'm just patting that all around. And that is done. Moving on to foundation. So I'm going to be using just a foundation brush. This doesn't have a name, no idea where it's from. And I'm using a NARS Sheet Glow foundation in Santa Fe, which is medium 2. I'm just going to dump some on my brush, just like that, and then dot it on my face, and then just start stippling that on with the brush. Just patting, not dragging, just stippling and patting that on the skin, making sure you're buffing in little circle motions down your neck. sorry, my mirror's this way, so I'm trying to look at the camera, but I also need a bit of a close-up on my face. Be careful, don't go straight on top of your eyebrows that we've just done. We will visit them later if you get a bit of product in them, so also don't stress too much. So, and that's our foundation on. So remember guys, we're going super simple and basic, so we're not doing any contouring because not everybody has those products, and you don't need to always contour, especially if it's super basic, easy makeup. You don't need to. But so what we're going to go in with now is liquid blush. So this is from She Glam in the colour Love Cake. You can get this off Shein. And I'm just doing a really little amount because this goes a long way. So I'm just going to do a little bit of dots up in the corner there, just so we can get a lift look happening. So I'm just taking another brush. This is the Kryolan Angled Blush Brush for powder, but I also use it for cream products. So I'm just going to use my brush and pat that through, keeping it to that upwards angle, just to create that shape. Just like that. And then on the other side as well. And that is our blush, our liquid blush on. And now we're going to do concealer. So this is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the colour Ivory. So we're just going to take the little sponges on it and just on the inner corner, outer corner on your eye, little dots down the middle of your nose, a little on the forehead and on the chin. And then you can do 2 dots just under where you usually would contour, so below the hollows of your cheek. And that'll just help bring that part of your face out a bit more without actually having to contour. So I'm just using the same brush, my foundation brush, and I'm just going to buff over that. Sorry, not buff, just stipple over it to blend it in. Nice and easy. I'm also, actually, I almost forgot. I'm also going to put some on my eyelids. So, because obviously we're not going to do some crazy eye look or anything, you can just pop some concealer on your eye and then blend that in with your under eye as well. Make sure you get into all the little crevices, little nooks and crannies of your eyes. And that is that done. You can go back over with your blush brush just to make it a bit more like it's there, over where the lines. Okay. And then just go over anywhere else. Now it's time to set the face. So I'm using the One Size translucent setting powder. I much prefer translucent powder to any other type of colours. And I'm just taking a brush. Ooh, there's powder on that. This brush is from Shop Miss A, the F23 brush. So what I do is I get some powder in the lid. I get my brush in there and I kind of just start swirling it around just so there's equal amounts of powder all over the brush, and one part of the brush doesn't have more powder than the other. So, and if you find you've had a little bit of creasing under your eye, just go back in with your brush, smooth it out, and then with the powder, we're just going to tap that under the eye first. We're going to set there. So just under that eye area and on your eyelid as well. And then I'm just going to get some more powder in the lid. And then I'm basically just setting my T-zone. So my forehead, down my nose, my upper lip, and my chin. And that's where I set my face with powder. Now it's time for bronzer because we need to bring some warmth back to the face because we're looking very pale. So I'm using the Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and just with a dome brush, I'm just swirling it around, getting product on, tapping on off any excess. And I'm just gonna do that on all the places where the light will hit my face. So top of my forehead, and then around my cheekbones, just to add a bit more colour, which is what we need, around the nose, and maybe even just down the neck a little bit, just to add a bit more colour. So now that we have some more colour to our face, what we'll do as well with our eyes is we're just going to take, you don't need a full eyeshadow palette, bronzer. So I'm just going to take an eyeshadow brush, just a little angled one, get that in my bronzer, and then just tap it straight onto the crease of my eye and just keep tapping. And then little circular motions to help blend in those edges. And we're just going to keep on tapping through, and that's just going to add a bit more dimension to your eye. So we're going to do that to the other eye. And then just keep tap, 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 tap. And that's your eyeshadow done. And now we're going to do some blush. So I'm using the Bellini BH Cosmetics blush palette. And I'm going to be using these two shades. So it's shade Georgia Peach and Peach Cake. Peach Cake, yeah, I read that right. I wasn't misreading. So I'm just going to tap into both, tap off excess, and then just start placing that on the same area where I did the cream blush. So still in that upwards angle, and then on the other side as well. Make sure that's all there, and then maybe just a little bit across the nose. And now we're going to highlight. So I'm using the Makeup by Mario highlighter in the colour Pearl. So just any small brush. This is a little duo. No, what is it? Just an eyeshadow brush, blending brush, or if you have like these little tapered highlighting brushes, use that. But so I'm just going to take a little bit of product on the brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to tap on the highest point of my cheek and then blend it out. So then it's just a nice natural soft glow, and it's not like just straight on my, just like a blinding thing. And then I'm just going to do a tip on my nose, down the bridge, and then along my eyebrow bone, just to make it a bit more glowy. You can also do the Cupid's bow of your lips. So since we've had a lot of powder go on our face now, we're going to go back in on our eyebrows just to deepen up any colour that may have gotten a bit light. So just with the same pencil, I'm just drawing over where there's already product, just to make sure it's all the right colour that I want. There we go. Now to keep my eyebrows in place, you can use an eyebrow gel. I'm going to be using the NYX Brow Glue. So I'm just going to get some out. It's got a little spoolie with it. And I'm just going to lightly brush through my brows in the place that I would like them to stay. And then the other one. Okay. Now, finishing touches. Mascara. So you're going to get your eyelash curler, pinch your upper lashes and squeeze, curl your lashes, and the other side as well. I might do this twice just to really curl them up there. Okay. I'm using the, where is it? The Lancome mascara, and I can't open it. Oh, I really can't open it. Oh, I got it. Got it. And then you're just going to run that through your eyelashes, like so. Stab myself in the eye. It's fine. And then just a little bit on your bottom lashes. And now that's your face done. So you can add your favourite lip gloss. I'm adding the Fenty lip gloss in Sweet Mouth. Just gonna chuck that on. Set your face with your favourite setting spray. And that's it. You're all done and you're all ready to go.